Let's stay in Gaza and speak to Rifaat Alareer. He is a writer and the co-editor of Gaza Unsilenced. Thank you for being with us on the program. Now, the Gaza sole power plant and the only current provider of electricity is expected to run out of fuel within the next 10 to 12 hours, and that's according to the Palestinian Energy Authority. What does having no fuel mean for the exacerbating humanitarian crisis in Gaza?
If we don't have electricity, we don't have water, we don't have internet, and we can't charge our mobile phones or laptops to communicate with our families and loved ones and the outside world. Israel is aiming at two things. Number one, total blackout, and number two, starvation. This is what is happening in Gaza. People are running short of food, running out short of water, and running out of necessities that they require for their daily lives. Without these things, Israel is starving Palestinians for what it has started to implement a couple 3 days ago, according to Israeli speakers, wiping out Gaza, exterminating Gaza, killing hundreds of thousands in Gaza, sending Gaza back to the stone age. This is what's happening in Gaza. So far, we have almost 1,000 Palestinians killed, mostly civilians, mostly children, mostly killed when they were in their homes. We speak about tens of thousands of housing units, hundreds of businesses, almost all local government buildings and facilities. We speak about electricity lines, water lines. We speak about everything is being hit and destroyed in the Gaza with one aim: the extermination of the Palestinian people in Gaza.
And a complete blackout is surely to make it worse. You've lost family members to this war in the past. Seeing all of this play out again, how are you coping with it?
You can never cope with this. Israel is not normal. The fact that Israel exists is an abnormal situation, a brutal colonial European regime and occupation that lasted for more than 7 decades, built on ethnic cleansing and displacing of the natives in the West Bank, in Jerusalem, and in Gaza. You can never cope with the bombs, with the death, with the smell of gunpowder, with the screams, the terror of the kids, the shrieks as they wake up every night, every time there is a massive bombardment around our house, where the building doesn't stop shaking. You can never get used to this, but this time it's different. It's horribly different. And again, this is what Israeli officials have announced themselves: World War, the second level of destruction. What Israeli spokesperson said, that they don't aim for precision, they aim for damage and destruction.
There are calls for humanitarian corridors to be formed. Are you hopeful that they will put a temporary ceasefire into effect to at least get aid into the Strip?
When Israel imposed a total closure blockade on Gaza with no electricity, no food, and no water, it also bombed the Rafah crossing. So for Palestinians, we are like fish in a barrel. And Israel is pummeling us, pouring bombs that weigh tons of dynamite and gunpowder on civilians and on children. I'm not hopeful that Israel will agree to a ceasefire. I'm not hopeful that Israel will even allow trucks or shipments of aid into the Gaza Strip. There was a report yesterday about Israel sending warnings to Egyptian attempts to cross to Gaza with aid, that these trucks will be also bombed. And you can imagine what happens if this continues.
All right, Rifaat Alareer, thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour and